This segment of DelmarvaLife is brought to you by TidalHealth.
All right, picture this. You've had a bad day. I mean, one of those days where you just want to click delete and all the memories of the day just disappear.
Let's go away.
You drive home, you unlock the door, and there he is, your best friend. It's like you can feel the weight of the day release and your heart grow. You know what I mean, don't you, Jimmy?
There's no judgment.
Nope.
There's nothing but I want to be here with you.
Oh.
And they're more than happy to. Pets have the power to help heal, and TidalHealth is using that power for patients throughout its provider network. With us this afternoon is Kelly Novak. She's the manager of TidalHealth Volunteers, along with Toby.
Hi, Toby. Oh, hi, Kelly.
Yeah, that's generally the reaction.
Tell us about Toby. Give us background on Toby.
Toby is a 2-year-old. He's a standard party poodle, which means he's a standard poodle, but his base color is white. When he was younger, he was a much darker brown, but the white just keeps coming through. He's only 2. He was born Christmas Eve, and we brought him home Valentine's Day, so he's a love bug. He loves going to the hospital and visiting the staff and the patients that we can get to. So it's a great opportunity to share your dog, and you know, like children or people, they have different personalities and they have different loves.
Right.
Some dogs are really well suited for it, and other dogs are like, this is my life.
Yeah.
And really, really enjoy it.
Yes.
Okay, so a pet therapy program. How does that work?
Well, you have to take classes. So you have to have your basic obedience, the canine good citizen that shows your dog is comfortable around people and those kind of things. Your basic commands, sit, stay. One of the basic commands you really want to work with your dog with is to leave it. Because whenever you walk around hospitals or even in a pet store, you don't know what they're putting in their mouth. And then you do a therapy dog class with, and that's another 8 weeks. You do have to take a test. The dog is not nervous about the test, and you can't be nervous about the test because you make the dog nervous. And we do the test, and then you become and the test is with National Capital Therapy Dogs. Once you are certified, you have liability insurance through National Capital Therapy Dogs because they know the training you've been through.
Right.
And they provide a $2 million liability insurance in case something happens to the dog or someone while you are visiting.
Right.
And then you have to take the step to become a TidalHealth volunteer. We have, Toby and I are part of 11 other dogs in the whole health system, which is not a lot of dogs. So TidalHealth has graciously offered to host classes for the training. So we do the basic obedience as well as the therapy dog training on the weekends. And it's just hosted by TidalHealth, and a trainer comes in and does that.
Right.
One of the weeks while you're there doing therapy dog, we bring in a couple of the therapy dogs and show you what it looks like in a hospital. Because I think if you don't work in a hospital, it can be a little intimidating. What does it look like? Because we see the TV shows and, you know, but then when you go around and you see the staff, and when they see the dogs, it's like Christmas morning opening presents, watching them. They're just so excited. And it's great when you see the staff and they're literally on the floor with the dogs. We always visit the staff and ask if there's patients that would benefit. And in those situations, we have seen just heartwarming incidents where, you know, staff was having trouble reaching to the patient. They didn't want to talk, an elderly person. They brought the person out and they just melted, talked to the dog, interacted with the dog, and they weren't doing that with anything. It can bring tears to your eyes.
Sure, sure.
What does this do for the patients?
It provides them that moment of control, if you will, because patients can also say no. And often when you're in a hospital setting, there's not a lot of situations for you to say no, if you will. So they can say yay or nay to a pet visit. And it just takes them away, gives them that moment to breathe, I think.
It's a relief valve.
It is a release valve.
And when you say give them that control back, because they're the patient, the doctors are making decisions, the nurses are doing things, they're laying there as the patient.
Right. And there's a lot of things they have to make decisions, but a lot of it is out of their control.
Right.
So, and oftentimes any volunteer is giving them the options, giving them some power back.
Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk about, you talked about the process of your pet becoming a therapy dog. if someone who wants to take that first step, what do they do?
They can reach out to me at TidalHealth and find out when our next. We just started a class this past Sunday, which will go until June. I'm not sure we'll have anything this summer because traffic can be a little rough around the peninsula, just a little. But I'm happy to kind of point them in the direction how we can get started with that therapy dog, and even if they're just interested in volunteering and they don't have a dog. So.
Okay. Toby's going to take over the rest of the show now.
Yeah.
All right. Well, Kelly Novak with TidalHealth. Toby, thank you so very much. It was wonderful talking to you both.
Thank you.